Hello everyone, my name is Steve TV Online, and I am going to be submitting the last Campfire any percent to the marathon. This is a really cute puzzler. It's basically all just a puzzler, but there's a little bit of walking, then some solving, a couple of tricks here and there, and then we're done. I mean, it's really cute. It has a pretty decent story. I'll try and explain it as it's going on. But other than that, there's also a narrator that's going to be talking throughout it, going to try and explain a little bit while it's going on as well. But anyway, we're going to hit new game, and then we're going to hit normal mode, and that's when our timing is going to start. So the timing will begin in 3, 2, 1, go. So right away, I'm going to be holding down the A button here, and in order to, the reason for doing that is to skip this first dialogue, or this first cutscene here. Then right here, we're going to be mashing. A lot of the time, we're going to be mashing throughout this entire run. Because there's a lot of dialogue that's going to be happening. So you're going to be hearing her talk during these dialogues. But, so we see our main character here. Their name is Ember. And Ember is going to wake up not knowing where they are. And then you're going to be hearing me mash throughout most of the run here because the B button allows for us to move a little bit faster. So we're going to go over here and we finally found a friend. Then we're going to say hi to the friend, but unfortunately our friend here happens to be dead. And Ember's like, you know what? I really like that satchel. It would be a shame if somebody, stole it. So we go and steal the satchel, but there's something different about the satchel. The satchel actually has something else in it. And we don't know what that satchel, or what that item is used for just yet. But we will know shortly. So before we do anything, we're going to want to try and leave. So we're going to go up here, and we're going to spin this as fast as possible. Good. Then we're going to run down here, and this is going to raise up out of the ground. Then we're going to run all the way around. We're going to... excuse me. Then we're going to hit select there, and we're going to move that over. We're going to move this one down and move this up over to the side, and that's our first puzzle solved. Easy squeezy, very simple. So now we're going to go, and we are going to run up that way through the door and go through our first door of the game. Leave this dusty old cellar or whatever.
Ember left.
Then we're gonna mash. Make sure you mash, otherwise you're going to get a lot of dialogue mishaps there where you're gonna lose a lot of time because you didn't mash through the dialogue. That's one that I've always used to lose time to. Now we're gonna go up this way.
Somewhere very unfamiliar.
And then we're going to keep on going. We're gonna do our small mashing technique, which is not really a mashing technique. It's kind of like a da-da-da-da-da-da. It's kind of like a rhythmic motion to it. There we go. We're going to go up here, and we're going to go into our first technical puzzle, unlike that last one. And this is where we're going to get our first light, Ember Light. And we'll find out what these Ember Lights are later on. But to get this puzzle, what we're going to do, there isn't any skips or tricks. Most of these puzzles are all solved the correct way. So we're going to go over here, we're going to go up here, and then we're going to hit A. We're going to pull that down. And this is going to slide over. This is going to be our first part of the puzzle. We have to get over to the other one of those. In order to do that, we're going to go down here. We're going to lower this chain down, and then we're going to climb down the chain. Then we're going to go back over to this to that. We're going to run all the way over here, and we're going to pull that up. We're going to climb back up the chain into the center here. Then we're going to go over here, and we're going to pull this chain down one more time, and that's going to allow for us to get up to the final, to the Ember. So here we go. We're going to go over here, and we're going to go up. And then we're going to grab that Ember. And as that Ember comes out, we don't know what it does, so instead we decide that we are going to follow this Ember. The Ember is going to go over this way, and the Ember is going to open up the door for us. So we're going to go through the door that it just opened for us. And then we're going to go this way,
The flame lingered
follow it
ahead.
up, and make sure not to
Was it
do a
trying to
mishap anywhere here. There we go. Climb up, go all the way up and around, and climb up this. And instead of following it all the way up, we're actually going to go over this way, and we're going to make sure that we don't get caught by the cutscene, and go around and start collecting all the other forlorn people, which a forlorn is somebody who has wandered too far into the darkness and felt lost, alone, and couldn't get back. So with us, we are basically making friends with all the forlorn and bringing a light back into their life. So this is our first forlorn, technically second, but you'll see that other one later on. So this is our first Forsaken. This one's very simple. All we're going to do is we're going to move this up one. We're going to go around all the way. We're going to grab this up, and we're going to go around again. We're going to drop it right here. We're going to then turn it one more time. Oops, no, we're going to turn it the other way. Sorry, the other way. Turn it that way. Then we're going to grab this up. We're going to go that way. We're going to drop it down, and then we're going to turn that. That's the puzzle solved. Plain and simple. A little bit of time loss because I went the wrong way, but that's perfectly fine. Alright, and now we're going to grab our ember here and give it to the forlorn. And then they're all just like frozen until you wake them up, and they have to kind of like do this like looking around, and then you can mash to get through the text. So we're gonna run back down this way, and then we're gonna go to one of my favorite tricks in the entire game. I love this trick just because I kind of optimized it a little bit more. The way that I'm gonna be doing this trick is a little bit different than how it shows it in the actual like the route that I learned it from. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be going up here, and we're going to be grabbing this froggy statue. Let's grab the frog. Then we're going to go all the way down this way. We're going to stand right here. We're going to move. Oops. Let me try this again. Oops. We're going to grab that again. We're going to stand right here. We're going to walk back, and then we're going to walk up this way. And then we skipped having to go all the way around the back. Get up there. Excuse me. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go all the way over here. We're going to grab this, and we're going to go over here, set it down in there, move over here, grab up this statue, go around over here. We're going to drop this down. We're going to pick this one up. We're going to go all the way over here. We're going to drop it down again. Then we're going to go over here, and we are going to set it down right there. We're going to go over here, go up the ladder, around, and set the statue down, and that will be, oops, another forlorn saved. Excuse me while I take a drink. So, there can be one donation red in between. Each time that I solve the puzzle, there can be a donation red, because there's not a lot going on. There's just doing the same thing. We have to give the forlorn the soul. We can then we have to wait for it to go, and then we can go. So now we're gonna go over here, and we're going to drop down. We're gonna go over here, and we're gonna grab the frog statue. Now, I didn't say we were done with the frog statue yet. No, we're gonna use this frog statue again for another funny trick. So we're going to go here, we're going to set it right there, we're going to set it there, we're going to pick it up, then we're going to run out of bounds over here. And there we go, we're going to go through the wall, and we are going to go to our last forlorn that we need for the section, and we are actually done with the frog statue. Thank you, frog statue, for helping me collect some forlorn. Now we're going into this next one, which is the unhindered. So we're going to push this way, we're going to pull this one over this way just a little bit, then we're going to go all the way around over here. We're going to push this over a little bit, then we're going to go down this way, we're going to push this over, we're going to push this up, And then the one that we pushed back way back over this way, we're going to run around and we're going to push it all the way up. Then the one that we got up top up here, this one, we're going to grab it, we're going to pull it all the way over here, we're going to go all the way around, and then we're going to go up and we're going to finish up this puzzle. Super simple, super easy. Man. Alright. So with that, we have collected all 4 of our forlorn that we need to collect inside of this first area. So we're going to head back the way that we came, but back the way from whence we came originally to go back to the campfire.
Let me gather myself.
Which will give us a little bit more of the story involved here, where you would normally find out exactly what these characters are. But I already told you that a little bit, so we're going to crawl down here, and we're going to jump over here, jump there, jump down, and jump over. And we're going to go all the way over here and back up to the campfire. We're going to get a long cutscene here. This first cutscene that you're going to see is the cutscene we would normally get before we even did anything. But since there's more forlorn here, we're going to get like a double cutscene here. So that's the first one we got at the very beginning. Then we have 4. Then we're just going to be talking for a little bit. We have a little bit of a mashing.
I will warn them. Ember, look to the ghosts.
Where am I?
This is to travel through, but none have
The Forest King.
And those who linger will turn again. That word, forlorn.
Forlorn.
The forlorn, though, if you find them. Send them to
and then
me,
who are you? I'm the guide along the way.
So many lost embers have Ember thought of those they love.
So now we want to move on. If you go up to the top to I want to help out others, then it won't continue on. So you want to do open up the door instead.
The path to I will guide others to follow.
And then we have a little bit of waiting while the ghost opens up the door. Then we have 2 dialogue boxes. Then we can go into the next area. So we're gonna be doing this in each area. So, once this happens in each area, then this is a really fantastic time for donations to be read the next 2 times. So, a couple more.
There are others like you will always be welcome here in the forest.
Alright. So now we have 4 of them. And we're gonna go forward. And we're gonna go into this cage. Go up, and then we're heading over to, as the ghost said, the Forest King, and we'll ask the Forest King what we should be doing. So we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna talk to these birds, if you could call them birds.
The guard showed,
because you can see a little eyes down below.
Started looking at the guard, Lee. Yes, come a little closer.
Who are you?
We guard the door. Oh yes. We decide who gets to see the
We're gonna see the Forest King.
Yes, come this way.
And now we get to take our hands off from mashing for just a little bit, because it's going to open up the door, it's going to walk in, and then we have a little bit more mashing that we have to do. Alright, so now we get to walk up here. We get to do a little bit more mashing, because we actually don't have to move the button up or right at all until the very end of here. We're just going to mash the button. The Forest King is basically saying, oh, why, you don't need to help anybody. You stay with us. You become a bird, like one of us. Don't be afraid of me. I'm here to help you, not to hurt you. But you're like, well, all the lost forlorn. I really want to help them.
It wasn't only the night that frightened Ember.
I want to move on.
The bird grew frying, and birds will protect you from the forest.
If you go any farther into the forest, if you go any farther in, then you'll end up hurting yourself. We will be able to protect you as a bird. So here, in order to become a bird, you can get a feather. So here's a feather.
Birds keep little birds should never leave the
And
nest.
I gave you that feather, and since you're becoming a bird, I never want you to leave. So you're like, okay, I'll stay. But I still want to help the people out, so instead of just staying and listening to the Forest King,
The guards seem
we're going to go over to the right over here,
Yeah, one of us. And we all share bags and things.
and we're going to go over here, and we're going to talk to this bird over here. And this bird's saying, nobody can go down there, nothing's down there, don't go anywhere.
Nothing down. Go see the Forest King. He'll set you straight.
Here, I'll show the feather. I'm a bird too. Oh, you're a bird? You're starting off here. Why don't you stand guard for a little bit while I go?
Promise you won't let anyone pass.
Alright, and with that we're going to go down here.
Ember didn't
And
like
down
the
over
sea
here.
birds. But what choice did they have?
Then we're going to run all the way down here to go into the next section, which is this bog sort of area. And it's kind of a fun area because, so I speedrun another game called Carto.
Ember hurried.
And
away from the
Carto,
birds.
in that game, you're able to move
The mist hung close
the
to
map,
Ember, hiding them. The Forest
in any
King seemed
direction that you want
frightened.
to
The
solve
birds
puzzles.
cruel.
Well, we're going to be doing a little bit of that in this section over here. Because we have to go through this whole section in order to get our next ability in the game, or only ability in the game, which is the, Lanthorn.
It looked like a map.
So we're gonna go over here, we're gonna move that up to there, and that map piece that I just moved, we were just on that. And they're going to mention it as well.
It was the same place as before. But how?
Now we're gonna go over here, and we are going to grab this piece,
Eerie scene.
turn back around, and
Like
head back to where we just
frozen
came.
in time.
We're gonna see somebody over there and run away. But it doesn't matter, because we're gonna go all the way over here. And what's cool about this part is once you have it memorized, it's... Oops, I do that all the time. So we're gonna move this one straight down, and then we're gonna move this one over. So now we're gonna go over this way and get our
Gradually
next
more of the map was revealed.
next puzzle. We're gonna run all the way
section
over
of
this
which
way.
had somehow been ripped from its foundation.
Then we're gonna go down. Then we're gonna grab this, and we're going to run around this way, go all the way up, grab that piece, and go all the way over, and back the way we came. So this is the last piece of the puzzle that we need. And we're going to be using that to our advantage. But the first things first, we need to set this piece down, and then we have to go over this way. So now, instead of just running through areas, we are going to be running through this area, but in order to get the Lanthorn, we have to solve a little bit of a puzzle, so the first thing that we have to do is we have to go over here, and we have to climb up, and we have to grab that, this statue right here. We're gonna set it down right there, we're gonna climb up, go all the way over here, and turn it all the way around. Then we're going to pick this up again, go over this way, and we're going to drop it down again. Then we're going to turn it back around. Head down. Grab the statue, and go. Cool. Now we're going to go all the way up to this way, and we're finally going to see this Lanthorn that I keep on talking about. It's going to give us the ability to move platforms that have gold pieces on them, and you've seen those inside of those map pieces that I've been moving around. You've seen golden areas that'll allow for us to move it, as well as solving puzzles with them coming up, and movement throughout the world. So the first thing that we do is we go here and we move it up this way, then we're going to grab it, we're going to move it all the way down this way, not all the way, then we're going to go down here and we're going to grab that, we're going to pull it up this way, and then we're going to grab this, pull it down there, and now we are done with that and grabbing the lanthorn. So now we just have one more section that we have to go, and then it'll head us back into the main area. So we're not going to use the lanthorn there, we will not be moving that puzzle piece at all.
There was one
so now we're going to go here, we're going to move that there, and then we're going to move that up. That will allow for us to go up the correct path. So grab this and move it up. Then we're going to grab the piece that we've been in here this entire time. Going to move this all the way around. Move up. Then one more piece. So now we go into the Pig Marsh. This is where the biggest skip in the entire game and the hardest skip in the entire game, they're a combined one. The hardest and the biggest skip come into play. But before we get to that, we first get to slide down the slide. Whee!
Ember didn't mind getting muddy. The slide was such fun.
Alright, so this section, normally what you would have to do is you had to lead a pig over to that plant over there, and the pig would then end up destroying the plant. However, we can use the item that we would lead the pig with right here. We're going to turn around quickly, and we're going to run through. That was really good, first try. Then we're going to go over here, and we're going to use our lanthorn for the first time outside of moving those pieces to solve a little bit of a puzzle to get us over there. Alright, now we get on to the hardest...
A hideous odor filled
Whee! Hardest trick in the game. This is where runs go to die. Is this skip right here. So this is pig skip. First things first, we have to grab up this. I'm going to focus a little bit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it back here, right about there. I'm going to go about right there. I'm going to go there, and got it first try. Let's go. We're going to run all the way over here. Then we're going to drop down there. We're going to drop that, and then go over here. Perfect. And then we're going to solve this puzzle. This is one of the longer puzzles in the game. I'm going to run up here, and then I'm going to go there. We're going to move this over here. Then we're going to move this over here. Move this right here. Go all the way over. Now I'm going to go back over this way. Bring this over that way. Then I'm going to go around. Then flip that over. Get on that. Before it raises up in the air, go all the way around and finish solving the puzzle. This is this is probably the longest puzzle, if not one of the longest puzzles in the entire game. Then we're going to go around, we're going to drag it up there, and then we're going to go up here, and we are going to finish up this puzzle. Excuse me while I get another drink. So you know how I said that was that's the hardest trick in the entire game? Well, now we have to do it again. But that will be the last time, and usually it's easy for me to do it the second time, but I got it this first try this time, so I don't know.
A resolve stirred within the stranger.
Here we go, push that over. We're going to pick this up now. We're going to move all the way over here. And we're going to do this trick one more time. See if I can do it. Yep, that's what can happen if you mess up, which I usually do. 1 second while I focus up here. That was my fault. Come on. Come on, you can do it, Ember. Come on, Ember. Come on, Ember. You can do it. Really, Ember? Really, Ember? You got it the first try last time. What's going on, Ember? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Really? You gonna do this to me? Embarrass me like this? There we go. Alright, so that wasn't the greatest second part, but we did get it, so we'll take it. I think what I was doing is I wasn't going down far enough. Now we can finish up the run. Like I said, that is the hardest trick in the entire game, and we have to do it twice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this down right there, then I'm going to hopefully get this trick. I'll set that down right there. Set this down right there. There we go. Then we're going to flop up there. We're going to go all the way over here. Then we're going to go into this corner right here. And we're just going to run into this corner, wiggle a little bit, and then we're going to fall in bounds. So that completely skips that door. We're going to set that down, and we're going to go all the way over here. We're going to solve a puzzle. Turtle, frog, frog, turtle, frog, frog, turtle, frog, frog, turtle. There we go. We solved it, and now we're going to solve this next one. And this is a very quick one if you know what you're doing. We're going to go up here, and we're going to move this all the way around until we get about right there. Then we're going to move over here, and we're actually going to stand about right here. So we're going to go up. And then we're going to go all the way around. There's that. Then we're going to go over here, and we're going to do a little bit of a spinny-do here. And that's the end of the puzzle.
The darkness hungered for them all.
There we go, and we're going to run over here, grab this up. And get the next ember. Alright, so now we have a couple more slides that we have to go down.
The little ember spoke hesitantly.
Oops.
How do you continue, never knowing if we'll reach the end?
Go. Oops, go over this way, and then around. Then we're going to go all the way over here. We're going to climb down first, before we get onto the slide. I promise you we'll get another slide. Turn it over this way. Then go back up. Then down. Whee! Now we're going to run over here. And we're going to get this forlorn. Alright, so this is a very easy one, and this is one of my favorites just because of how we have to end this puzzle here. So we're going to go here, we're going to move this up, then we're going to move this one over this way. Then go all the way inside of here, we're going to move this one all the way up here, and then we're going to move this one out of the way really quick, because I had to get through. And then I'm going to go over this way, and I'm going to move that there, and then I'm going to move this up this way, and then we are done. I like the ending of that puzzle, just because it's kind of fun. Alright. Time to take another drink.
The
Alright.
strangers stretched their limbs.
Gonna go over here, we're going to knock down this tree. And then we're going to run over this way, go up. And we're going to leave that slide alone and continue on over here. Now we don't need to worry about the pig anymore. We're going to climb down. We're going to go all the way over here. And then we're going to go all the way over here.
The skull was disgusting. The pig would
So in order to normally get past the area with the pig, you have to find him something crunchy, and then he will move out of the way for you, and then you can go up and around and do everything, get across. However, you can do exactly what we just did there and skip the entirety of that section. Now we're going to move this block over here, and then we're going to bring it all the way around over here, and then we're going to get the last forlorn that we need in this section. And this one is the fastest puzzle in the entire game. You ask how after it being here? Well, we're going to drop it down, we're going to go here, we're going to roll it over this way, we're going to raise it once, we're going to drop it down, and then we're going to move it over that way, and we've just solved the entire puzzle.
twisted by unseen.
Alright. So with that, we are going to get this last forlorn of this level. We're going to head back, and then we are going to head into the into the third and last section of the game. Excuse me. Alright. Open up your eyes.
Gratefully, the stranger said,
So I have to make sure I'm all the way over that way, because these things are so close. Talking to that person as well as dropping that chain are so close together that if you aren't over far enough, then you'll end up talking to the forlorn again. Alright, so now we're heading over this way, and we are going to head up to the campfire, which is right up here.
Ember came upon another
Here we go.
campfire lost
We
in
actually have to talk to it
wilderness.
this time.
It looked long cold, but ready to be
And we're going
lit.
to ask where we are again.
The ghost spoke, I will warm them. Ember looked to the ghost for answers. This is here hope was. You must not lose hope. Ember thought of those they loved. Those
I
they
want to
left
move on.
behind. The path ahead. Know that if you return, you will always be welcome.
Open the door, please.
You have done what I will clear the path ahead for you.
Like I said, this is another section for donations to be read, because there isn't really anything going on besides just talking to the ghost here. And I think there's 3 dialogue boxes?
You have seen. They know the secrets
2.
of this place.
Only the final one that's 3 or 4. Alright, so now we're gonna go this way. And we're gonna continue forward. Don't look at anything. I'm going. We see somebody. We'll run towards them, follow them. So I'm not sure if this is just me being me, but I think the make an excuse is a shorter dialogue box than the other one. So I always do make an excuse for that one. Now we're gonna go back up to the Forest King again, talk to him, because he does not like that we ran away without permission. So here we go, we are going to go up and we are going to talk one more time. And the Forest King is going to say, why did you disobey me? I'll give you one more chance, I'll give you the key, make sure that nobody leaves and that it's locked up.
You give up, try and fail. Ember could feel the Forest King looking this end. Why not stop? You must. Last chance.
Take this key, now make sure all the gates are locked. foolishly giving us the items from the Forest King. Last chance. Don't disobey the Forest King again.
Yeah. Don't betray the Forest King again.
Betray it. Sorry. So now we're going to go over this way, and we're going to go into here.
The crossroads gate was locked.
We're going to get the key, and then we're going to slowly turn it. Slowly turn the key, as the game says. We're not going to slowly turn it. We are going to turn it as fast as we can. Then we're going to head down this way and head into the last section of the game.
Eagerly, Ember left the birds behind, glad to be
over
free.
this way and down. Over this way. So I'm not a fan of this area at all.
Ember was at the
It's just what we have to do later on. So right now,
now was bone dry.
it's saying that it looks like this area used to be flooded, but now there's no water there at all. So we have to try and find a way to get the water to raise. But the first thing we get to do, even though I don't like this area, this first section I actually find really fun and funny to me. So we're gonna climb up this way, and we're gonna go over into this section over here. And we're gonna talk to this person up here, this Ember up here, and they're gonna say, "Oh, look at this! There's an iron claw over there. I really want to capture it. If you help me, I'll help you. So why don't we trap him so we can get him? In order to do that, why don't you use the chum that's over there? And then we'll find a way to get over here." So it's always going to be the same pathway that we're going to be taking. We're going to drop one down here. We're going to drop one right here. We're going to drop one right here. Drop one right here. Drop one right here. Drop one right here. Drop one right there. And then drop one right there. Doing that will allow for us to, we can go over here. We can wait for the Iron Claw to get trapped. Jump on that, then the Ember will go fly. So the thing about that, the Iron Claw there, is that he will only move in the direction that he's looking. So you have to make sure that you have him looking in the right direction wherever you place the stuff. So that movement that I use is the best movement that you can use. So we got the Iron Claw, and now he's gone. Don't worry, he's not hurt. I promise you he's not hurt. We're going to go over here, and we have to go into the dam there. Because it looks like it's shut. So now we're going to raise this up. We can go onto here. We can maybe grab this. Go all the way up. We're going to grab this, and we're going to raise that up. We're going to step over, and then we're going to raise all the way up, and we're going to go on, and we are going to go all the way over. Drop down into the next area, which is the dam, and we need to fix the dam. The dam is super easy. It's kind of an annoying section, but it's very simple, easy. So we're going to go down here, and we're going to come over here. We're going to grab this. We're going to drop it in. We're going to turn this. Then we're going to go into our lanthorn. We're going to just hold the down button. It's going to automatically make it go up and down like that. So now we lit the fire underneath it, and then the lantern, or the dam will open up. Or not yet. We need to do one more. We need to get one more of those valves working. So we're going to run all the way over here. And we're going to go into this, then we're going to drop it back down again. We're going to turn this a little bit, so that will raise that up so we can go up and grab that. We're going to go around. We're going to grab this, run all the way down, go over here. We're going to then turn it once. We're going to go back over here. We're going to grab it, drop it down again, and this time we're actually going to turn it right there. And that is the end of that puzzle, and the dam will now be open for us.
I hope we don't get in trouble for this.
Here we go, and bam.
With a satisfying rush, the dam waters burst.
The dam's waters burst. I hope we don't get in trouble for opening this up. Ember really hopes they don't get in trouble for it.
Ember really did hope they wouldn't be in trouble.
Alright. Now we're going to go all the way down here. We're going to get through the spider web again. I don't know how that spider formed it so quickly. We're going to go over here and go out. And I hope everybody's ready to raise their hands for one last time for one last slide, and it's the longest and most fun slide in the entire game.
With everything flooded again.
Alright, here we go. Whee!
Ember wondered if now they could reach the entrance of the cave.
Now we're going to go over here. We're going to drop down. Go all the way over here. We're going to go up. And we're going to head over to the section that we started off at the very beginning of the game. But this time, or not game, of this area. And you're going to see that the boat that was down below and in the emptied area is now floating because of the water. So we're going to go into the water and we are going to now start battling. And now we're not going to go super quick because, in my opinion, it doesn't go as fast and it's a lot harder to control if you go faster. So we're going to go in a rhythmic motion, a little bit of the rhythmic motion that we were doing when we were doing our running, and it's a little bit easier to control around corners here.
Ember wondered why the dam had been blocked.
There we go. And now we're going to just continue forward here. The next thing that we're going to do, we don't have a trick for a little bit here, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a drift with the boat. So we're facing the right direction that we want to be going after we are out of here. Alright, so right here we have to figure out how to solve this puzzle. We don't know what's going on here. There's no light or anything down here. So instead we're going to grab this lens and we're going to bring it all the way over here and go up to where there actually is some light coming out from up there. So we're going to drop it into there. The light is then going to go down below, down onto that, and that will allow for the those to come out. We're going to turn this a little bit, and then we're going to get off. We're going to run that way, and we are now done solving that puzzle. It's not probably one of the easier puzzles in the entire game.
What was the gate keeping locked?
I do that all the time. Alright. Now we're going to head back down and go into the boat. This is why I like to do it in the motion that I like to do it in, because otherwise I would just be like mashing forward and it wouldn't really... Alright, so we're not going to be doing any drifting with the bow, because we're going to be doing a little bit of a sequence break coming up right here. Come on. Please, thank you. Okay. We're going to go up here, and we're going to run into this section over here, and we're going to grab the lens that would be going onto that stand there. And the lens is out this way. Next to the guy who looks like a shield. And go through here. And instead of putting in the stand, we're going to take this on a little bit of a trip with us. So we're going to run all the way over here. We're going to continue forward. There's our last campfire that we need. We're going to go over here. We're going to grab this back up. And we're going to go this way. And we're going to use this for something really, really fun. We're going to go over here. And we're going to drop this down right there. We're going to... Oops. I'm going to go right there. This is a very quick... It is one of the longer... The puzzles are now going to become longer puzzles. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go all the way over, and we're going to get that right there. We're going to then go this way. We're going to stop. We're going to go over this way, pick this up, and we're going to go down here. We're going to hit Y. We're going to then go all the way over again. We're going to go over here, drop that down, we're going to pick this up, and we're going to finish up the level. Even though it's a little bit longer, well, longer is also shorter. Like, it's not, like, it's a short long, I guess you could call it. And then we're going up here, and we are going to get this forlorn. This is forlorn number 1. 1? 2? I'm trying to think. I can't remember at this point. But anyway. This is forlorn number 1. I remember now. This is forlorn number 1. Alright, so now we're going to grab up this lens. We're going to run in this corner over here. We're going to then turn sharply. We're going to set that there. We're going to try it again. A little bit harder of a trick. We're going to turn sharply. We're going to drop that down, and we're going to go out of bounds. So this is the only out of bounds trick in the entire game. Well, in a way. Now we're going to run all the way over here, make sure we don't touch anything else. Then we're going to go over here. Going to drop down, and we just skipped an entire sequence where we have to go and we have to collect a robot part and name a robot, build a custom boat. Instead, we just went out of bounds, changed all that. Didn't have to do it. There we go. Bring that all the way down. And through. So we did all of that skipping just so we could get this. We need this. It's important. It's mandatory in order to finish up the game. So now we're going to go over here, and we are going to turn this back around to get down. And probably thinking, well, you didn't have a boat. How are you going to get out of here? Well, the game was kind enough to give us a boat to leave with.
The boat was a little
it was a little bit unconventional, even though it looked about the same as before. It's unfortunate that we actually skip all of that because in the game, in the original, in like casual gameplay, which I would strongly suggest, it's a great game. In casual gameplay for this game, the robot that you find, you need to find his eye, and then he makes a boat for you, but you get to decide what type of boat, either a duck or like 2 other choices. And then he'll make the boat into that shape.
The stranger was tired of pretending.
Alright, this area is very, very annoying to me. It took so... This is the puzzle that took me the longest to solve when I was originally playing. Alright, so now we're gonna bring this over. This has to go 1, 2, 3. And then this one has to go down, and we just have to go right there. Then we can bring it over. Bada bing, bada boom. And we solved the puzzle, and we are out of here.
Did they deserve to make it this far?
Simple, easy puzzle. Once you know what you're doing. That's forlorn number 2.
The stranger spoke simply. Thank you.
Alright, so now we're going to go over here, and we're going to open up this little dam right here for us to go through with the boat. And we're going to go down here. Then we're going to, once again, do our little bit of a, well, we don't have to do the rift, the boat there, because we're going to be coming back to it, and that's the way that we need it to go. So we're going to go down here. But also, we're going to go up again. Because this is forlorn number 3 for us. Go all the way over here, and we're going to then solve this one. This one took a long time for me to solve originally when I had this too. So we're going to go all the way over here, and we're going to bring this around like that. Then we're going to go, and we're going to Go around like that. We're going to bring this back up. We're going to go over this way, bring this up. Then we're going to bring this one up again as far as we can. Then we're going to bring this around to about right there. Then we're going to bring this around and finish up the puzzle. There we go, and then we're going to finish it off like that.
Only the shape of the thought remained.
Alright. Up this way. Grab this forlorn. This is forlorn number 3. We have one more to go. And then we can finish off the game. Endgame is very simple and easy. Leading up to it, there's just a lot of stuff that you have to do. Alright.
The stranger looked around fearfully. I stayed in the nest too long.
And go over this way. All the way over. We're gonna put that spindle that we picked up earlier.
So Ember couldn't turn it.
Turn it so we can go through, and then we're gonna go back over. This way we're gonna push this barrel. Then we have another barrel we get to push. And now we get to go into the boat again. Once again, we're gonna... There we go. Get through here. Now I'm gonna take it wide here. The reason being is because the wall there's a little wall that's right there that will stop you if you go down lower. So we're gonna stay wide, that way we won't get caught by that wall. Like that, see? That wall. So now we're gonna do a little bit of a drift again. We're gonna drift around like that. And we're gonna get off the boat. Get our last forlorn. We don't have to move that much. That's as much as we have to move it. Then we'll go through here. Get up to this forlorn by solving a puzzle. It's a very simple one. Kind of fun. Trying to solve originally. We're going to go all the way over here and set that down. Oops. And we're going to go all the way down here. Get on this wheel and we're going to run away. And we're going to go over here, pick it up again, and we're going to drop it down right there. And we're going to run towards it this time. Alright, now we're going to go over here. Then go all the way over. Pick up the statue one more time. Drop it in. Go up, and then we'll get to our fourth and final forlorn that we're going to be saving here. Alright. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to move this in until it's only one out like that. And then we're going to bring this all the way over that way. And then we're going to pull it back like this. Oops. We're going to go like that, and then we're going to bring it like that. There we go.
Some faded memory.
There we go. And we solved that last puzzle. Alright. Now we got our fourth and final forlorn that we need for this section. We're going to head back to the campfire.
With tears, the stranger said, "You have reminded me, friend. The beacon."
So we'll go over here. Go all the way over. And since we did our little bit of a drift with the boat, we can just head out this way. There we go. Oops. In turn for me. So now we're gonna go through. And then we're gonna head over here and leave the boat, because we don't need this boat anymore. Actually, we will. Sorry, I lied. I forgot about that. We're gonna go up here, and we got our 4 forlorn that we need. Then we're gonna ask where we are, and say yes, we're ready to leave, like we always do. And once again, this is where all donations would be able to be read.
I will warn them.
Where am I?
Ember looked to the ghost for answers. This is the fear would not. You must not lose hope. Ember thought of those they loved. Those
I want to
they
move
left
on.
behind. The path ahead. Know that if you
Open the door,
return, you will
please.
always be welcome. Your journey you have cleared. I will guide them after you
All
have
right.
gone.
Going through the final door, and we can finish up this game.
Ask them your. Know that if you return here,
Always
you
be
will
welcome.
always be welcome.
All right, let's go. Head on through the door. We have a little bit of a lead up that we have to do to finish off the game. So we got a boat. I'm gonna take this boat.
The taste of fresh air was welcome.
And we do not need the boat anymore at all. I promise you this time, we do not need a boat. Go in here. Head on up. Then we're gonna go see the Forest King, because he's probably mad at us again.
Something was wrong. Ember could feel
Oh,
it.
wait, what? The door is open?
It was quiet. All the birds.
Alright, so we're gonna head into the door. The guards are gonna be right there, but we're not gonna talk to them. Instead, we're going to go up here. Over here, and we're gonna pull down this chain, see what happens. Oh! There's a little door. But the Forest King, why is he not acting up? I guess, as they say in Wizard of Oz, pay no attention to the man behind the chair.
Chains and pulleys in the base of the chair.
The Forest King was a real.
It didn't feel real.
The Forest King wasn't real.
The Forest King wasn't real.
So, who was controlling him the whole time? Who did it? Alright, so now we're going to turn around. We're going to grab this, we're going to pull this down. We're going to go through here. So now we're heading into the final section of the game here. We have one more puzzle that we have to solve to finish off the game.
On the water.
Here we go. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna talk to this forlorn.
In the clearing, Ember hoped to
This
find
Ember, I
answers.
should say.
Behind the
This is the Wanderer, the guy that's been controlling us, that we've been seeing in the distance, that's been doing everything, causing all the problems. But now they're kind of upset that they caused all the issues that they did.
What have I done?
So slowly he starts to disappear into forlorn and being upset. We're gonna save him, even though they caused all these issues. So we have this puzzle that we have to solve, and then we have a little bit of dialogue box, and that will be the time. So the timing will be coming up in about a minute and a half. We're gonna go down here. We're going to drop this down, roll it over once. Then we're gonna go over here, and we're going to drop this down and roll it over that way. And here we're gonna go over 2, drop down 1.
Arrive endlessly.
And then we're gonna go and we're gonna raise this up just a little bit so it doesn't blow air on us. Then after that, we are done. We're gonna pick this up. We're gonna go all the way up. We don't need to worry about ending.
They had watched those they care for turn forlorn.
And we're gonna take the ember back up.
They had locked their hope away, tried to protect it.
Alright.
And Ember's actions had seemed a distorted mirror.
Here we go. We're gonna bring back Wanderer. He's gonna talk to us. We're gonna become friends. And then we're gonna have... So timing is coming up very shortly here. I'm gonna be mashing a little bit. Then, we will go together, I believe, is the last message before time comes up.
When I reach, this is all... How do you face that? I'm not ready.
Just keep going. We're just gonna keep mashing it. All the dialogue boxes are about the same. He'll say the same thing. They'll say the same thing every single time.
And then, nothing more. I thought I would... But without an end, they lost hope anyway. The Wanderer took a breath. I thought...
Alright, almost done.
Somewhere.
A little bit.
Me and Ember paused. So many places, so many others whose paths had crossed their own. After everything...
We're almost done.
Finish your journey. Leave this place. Ember knew...
Okay, and time is coming up.
Than the Wanderer.
We will go together and... Time. Alright. So that was the last Campfire any %. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. It's super cute. The tricks that we do have that happen are pretty massive and pretty cool to see. Pretty funny, some of them are. And the puzzles are... I show off the puzzles as quickly as possible. So, if you enjoyed this, I'd really appreciate it being shown off at the marathon. This is, I think everybody would enjoy it. And, yeah, thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon.